Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2011 and welcome to the final game of the domestic English season. It's Liverpool versus Newcastle at Anfield, and well, since the start of the season, we've been really waiting for this, seeing how we will do at the end of the season, and we go into this game, believe it or not, as champions. Decided then to talk about the team here. 4-4-2 standard. Decided to play Shelvey and Hazard in the middle. Morales I would play, but he played for the reserves for some reason, so I just thought, no, I won't play him. And I thought I'll play Shelvey because I fancy it, and Digne as well, so to know it doesn't really matter, you know, this game we've won. I was going to play more weaker teams, but I thought that's a bit of a... There's no point to that, you know. So, Torres and Balotelli up front. That's about it, really. Newcastle. Kevin Nolan, who has of course gone to West Ham to suckle on the teat of his former manager Sam Allardyce, who brought him to Newcastle, of course, and David McGoldrick, whose name does stand out at me, but I cannot put my finger on from where. McGoldrick, QPR, is it? I don't know. Anyway, I had absolutely no idea. But yeah, Jose Enrique, of course, who we are probably going to be buying this season. Sorry, in the summer. Probably, I might even go for him in real life, to be honest. How much is he worth? That's not bad. I might put a bid in for him for this season. Sorry, in the summer. So what we're actually going to do in a moment is once we get into the game, before the game starts, we're going to have a look at the Premier League, and I'll just say for the fans, because I don't usually say that, but you know, I'll say it for a change. So let's have the league table up here. So, as you can see, we are champions. Arsenal could very well still come fourth in a two-horse race. United do safely have Champions League football again. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, yeah. So I'm just trying to figure it all out. So bear in mind, everyone at the moment has 1 point added onto their total. Bear that in mind. So it's either going to be going down then to take up that final 18th relegation spot, West Brom, Birmingham or Middlesbrough. They're separated by 3 points each. Sorry, 2 points. West Brom 31, Birmingham 32, and Middlesbrough 33. For the Europa League, we have Tottenham and Everton. Sunderland, unfortunately, actually, yeah, they could still. So I'm trying to think, who do we play? Yeah, it's going to be 7th, isn't it? Provided I don't know about the FA Cup though. Oh, never mind. Forget it. Who cares about the Europa League? Yes. So there's the situation. Let's play the game then. And at the end we'll have a look who's going to be coming up in the Championship, or at least who could be coming up. When you look at the playoffs, obviously the playoffs take a while. So obviously we'll wait till that. We'll wait till the Champions League final for that. But here's Balotelli already, 5 minutes in, going for goal there. Very, very close effort from the Italian. Now, he certainly was. I think overall he was a decent enough buy. Not absolutely outstanding by any means, but you know, he's not Fernando Torres. But here he is now, hits it at the keeper. He's certainly done better than Carroll, put it that way. You know, he has got some vital goals. You know, he got the goal in the Champions League. Actually, I think we should actually have a look at the latest scores instead. City lead there. I think it's against Chelsea. But his Hazard. But and Forster. That's a good effort from Hazard. But yeah, I was just saying, what's it called? Man's gone absolute blank. Never mind. Oh yeah, Balotelli. That's the one. He got the goal in the League Cup final. You know, although ineligible for Europe, he certainly has done well this season. You know, I've been fairly impressed with him. But here's Shelby with a free kick. He's giving it to Hazard, to Torres. Not a good effort. So we can't really have a look at these goal updates. United lead Fulham. Hull already relegated. Birmingham lead Aston Villa. What else do we have? Arsenal are winning. There's Nolan free kick. Reina with a good save. Sorry about the piss poor frame rate. It would do this, wouldn't it? But it's gotten better, I think. Just does it occasionally, as I say. Oh my goodness me! It bounced off the post, I think, and into Reina's hands. But Gerrard there with somehow hit the one-man wall. Is Digne. Great football. Oh, that was good football there. Oh, it's still open. Hazard there with an effort. He's, I think he's eligible for Young Player of the Year. Gerrard is certainly up again. He could win Player of the Year for twice in a row if he wins it again. So it's 0-0 at half time. Going through this like an absolute say pressure. Actually, no, you can't do that. I can never say that. Just keep saying for the fans. So before obviously before we get into the highlight, then let's have a look at the half-time scores. Birmingham lead Aston Villa 2-0. And West Brom and Burnley there. Who else was it? Middlesbrough. Where at Borough? 0-0 at Bolton. So let's have a look at the league table. That is as it stands currently at half time. West Brom are still going down. West Brom need a win. They need to win. But Birmingham are winning. How are West Brom doing? I forgot to check them up. They're 1-1. They need to win. BK scores. We'll check it again at the So we'll just keep the league table on, to be honest. Anyway, so let's go back to the classic match screen. Since obviously I think this is a highlight straight from the kickoff. Hazard moving forward, moving very well forward, and hits it right into the keeper. That was absolutely inevitable. I didn't even know why I got worked up for that, because I knew he was never going to score. I knew he was going to absolutely smash it into the keeper. It was inevitable. And so it's a typical last day of the season game. But Torres, though, counter on from a Jose Enrique error. What an absolutely stunning goal from Fernando Torres. What a goal. I mean, I know not the greatest piece of defence touch from Jose Enrique, but what a goal this is. Absolutely outstanding from Fernando Torres. Would have been very fitting, I think, if Gerrard had got this goal. Since he obviously is top scorer, I think he is going to finish top scorer though. Torres, though, just gets in front of Jose Enrique, sees the goalkeeper. Shades of Xabi Alonso almost. I know it was a bit closer to the goal, but still shades of Alonso against Newcastle. Goodness gracious me, Fernando Torres. And as you can see here, it's still Birmingham and Borough who are safe, but here's Gerrard's free kick, and that's over the bar there from Kalou. So there's half an hour to go in the Premier League for 2011-12, and we're still leading 1-0 against Newcastle at home. So here's Balotelli. Torres to make it 2. Forster makes a good save. And again, I don't know why the Fraps is struggling. It just is. I can't help it. It's actually not as bad as it usually is, to be fair. It's actually watchable, I guess. Anyway, I'll show up about it. Actually, I shouldn't move. I think it's because I moved my mouse. I think is what it is. If I just take my hand off the mouse, it's okay now. See, it works. I don't get it. Anyway, we have more chance here. Balotelli. Ooh, and Hazard's ball there was just a little bit too much for Balotelli. So it's still West Brom at the moment going down. He should make some subs, I think. Oops, a daisy. Let's take off then. Take off Hazard. He's, although doing well, kind of annoying me. Let's put Morales on, and let's put Sam Sawyer on as well. Give him a shot. Take Kalou off. There we go. I think we should also just check the latest. Oh no, we won't. We'll watch this highlight first. Oh, Nolan's in for Newcastle. It's got away though. Good save by Reina, and I think that's been hit away. Who was it by? I think it was Skirtle, I think. And first real effort was sore for Newcastle there, but still nothing they can break down. So let's have a look at the latest scores then. Still 2-0, 3-2 to Fulham. What's happened there? They're beating United. Wow, we'll have a look at West Brom. I don't know if there are any West Brom fans following me or watching these videos. There are then. I'll have a look for you. Don't think there are. But Balotelli, goodness me, Mario Balotelli. Oh, wow, that would have been an absolutely amazing goal if he'd done that, if he scored there. That's so Arsenal winning. Burnley. Oh, it's 2-2 to West Brom. For West Brom. Birmingham, you think is staying up, but let's make one final sub. Let's do the final substitute for the season. Well, the Premier League, anyway. Let's take Torres off for Carroll. So as we go then, wow, as we go into added time, extra time, Burnley 2-2. League table. Still West Brom are going down, and it looks like they're they're going down. West Brom are indeed going down, and well, we have here's the final chance of the league season then, And I will, by the way, when we do the Champions League final, I will be doing. I'm not going to cock it up like I did last year. We're going to do it properly. Balotelli then, one final chance. Nope, skill, poor effort from him. But I don't know if that was even effort. Was it a pass? I don't know. But here's Kadar. Wilson needs to put a tackle in. Don't think he is. Newcastle are going to have the final chance. Oh, Jonas hits his own man. And Sawyer gives it to Carroll. Carroll's doing very well here. What can he do with this? Just run away from the goal. I hate the way the players move away from the goal. But that should be it. Once this comes back into play. There we go. That's a 1-0 victory. And Torres' absolutely amazing goal gives us the win. We'll have a look at the final league table. Say they've done well. And we finish on 88 points. Fulham, beaten Man United. Look at that. Look how tight that was. Goodness me. We'll have a look at the table in full. Burnley, coming up from the Championship, finished 13th. Goodness me. That's impressive on their part. Just going to load them all. There it is then. So there is your final tally of results for the Premier League in this season. So, final game of the season. And we have to give £1 million to Rangers for Wilson. And this confirmation, West Brom are indeed the final team to be relegated, and that's unfortunate. They've sacked Di Matteo, that's not nice. West Brom have sacked Di Matteo. We've been given £16 million for winning the Premier League again, and good win against Newcastle. Let's do the post-match comments then, the final one of the domestic. So of course, obviously not taking into account the Bayern Munich game. You avoided defeat, blah blah blah. Absolute confidence is high. It's just whatever. Oh, whatever. It's just. Yeah, it's a lot of rubbish, really. That match wrapped. There we go. A bit of a unique question. Match wrapped up the Premier League. It's been a productive season. I agree. Avram Grant could be going as West Ham manager. Well, that is an absolute paradox from last season. He came like second, I think, in Manager of the Year. I feel sorry for Avram. I do actually. I feel sorry for him. I don't think he's the greatest manager in the world, but I do feel sorry for him, I guess. And Gareth Southgate's gone to Hull. And they've given them £4 million. Goodness me. But there we are. Let's have a look at the final league table then. So we finish on 88 points. 8 points ahead overall of Arsenal. 10 points ahead of Chelsea. 14 points ahead of United. And 22 points ahead of Everton there, who don't get any Europa League. Sunderland get in the Europa League. Look at that. Absolutely unbelievable. City underachieving there. West Ham aren't doing that badly at all. They finished 10th. Why would they sack Abraham Grant finishing 10th? There. I mean, I know obviously they were theoretically meant to be going places, but you know, what's that about? Weird. So yeah, there you go. So there is your relegated teams: Hull, Fulham, and West Brom. Birmingham beating Aston Villa on the final day to survive and stay in the Premier League. Bit of a contrast to reality. Middlesbrough also somehow staying, of course, after they came up from the Championship. They gave us a good game in the pre-season. I tell you now, they gave us a good game in the pre-season. Admittedly, when everyone was still at like 6s and 7s. But let's have a look at the final stat. Actually, no. We'll have a look at that in the next video. We'll keep all of that. We'll be doing like a final statistics video for the whole season after the Bayern Munich game. But one thing we will do though, because I know a lot of people will be itching to see it. Let's have a look at the Championship now. I've forgotten how to get to the Championship here. Let's go to England and Patch Champ. So who's come up? Wolves and Wigan. No surprise there. Wolves, who got relegated last season, and Wigan, who got relegated last season, are also going to be promoted. But then we have the playoffs. Leicester, fair enough. Reading, fair enough. Peterborough and Portsmouth. Peterborough, though. That is incredible. I mean, look at their players. Don't think they're going to make it through. They've got Brett Ormerod and Shaki Kuchi, I don't know, like it's like Paul Merson on Soccer Saturday, you know. Of that moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they've got Willow Flood as well, who I've actually rated for quite some time. I think he's a decent little player. But if you look at their history, league positions, or whatever it was, League One. They were in League One at the start of the game. They could very well be in the Premier League. Unbelievable. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. We have one final game though, and that's going to be taking place at the Allianz Arena. Bayern Munich. Thought the Champions League was supposed to be a neutral venue these days. Never mind. We're going to play Bayern Munich in their own turf for the Champions League final. Holy shit. I'm looking forward to this one. I hope you are too. I will see you for that. Goodbye for now.